Is your church using Hillsong worship songs? If so, your money is supporting child rape. Why do I say that? I'm going to put a link in the description. A 60 Minutes Australia report from November 17, 2018, and you can watch it. It shows the founder of Hillsong, Frank Houston. He was the head of all the Pentecostal churches in Australia, and he started Hillsong. And it's been showed there was a boy who he repeatedly raped from age 7 to 12. Repeated for 7 years there, or 6 years. And the boy came forward after he became an adult, and Frank Houston admitted that he repeatedly raped the boy. And there are at least 6 other allegations of other child rape by Frank Houston that have been confirmed. And probably there's more than that, but at least those. And Frank Houston started that Hillsong church, and this all came out in 1999. And then the person who took over Hillsong is Brian Houston, which is Frank Houston's son, and he tried to sweep it all under the rug. And when he found out that his father had done that, the child rape, and he knew about it, his father admitted to it, he sent out letters to the Pentecostal churches in Australia telling them he didn't say what it was. He said it was a serious moral error or something like that. Yeah. Serious moral problem that Frank Houston had. Didn't say what it was, and told everybody to be quiet about it. Brian Houston did not want to ruin his empire. And then when Brian Houston was confronted by the police in a court case asking him why he did not report it to the police, he said that he was concerned about the victim and that the victim may not have wanted it reported to the police, so that's why he didn't do anything. There's nobody buys that. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, just think if you found out that somebody shot somebody else in the arm and the person doesn't have the arm anymore. Are you going to say, well, I'm not going to report it to the police because that maybe the person who got shot doesn't want the police to know that his arm was shot? I mean, that's crazy. You'd want to go ahead and report it, so then maybe the guy who did it would get caught and serve some time. So obviously, Brian Houston, he's just trying to keep his empire going and get all that money. And Hillsong Brian Houston is now the pastor of Hillsong, and Hillsong is known for all these worship songs that they have, and the churches, a lot of churches use Hillsong songs, and then they have to pay for the copyright, the license to be able to use those songs in their worship. I know I've been to churches before where they will print it in the bulletin. They'll print the words to the song on there, and then right at the bottom it'll say CCLI number, and it'll give you. So I think it's Creative Copyright License, I think, is the number that they give you in there. So they had to pay for the license to use those songs. And so you got all these churches around the world using Hillsong worship songs, and it's going to... Now, Brian Houston, I understand, is not the one who did the child rape. It was his father, at least that we know of. But the fact that he covered it up and he didn't report his father and tell everybody to keep quiet about it and kept the police. And so right now, Brian Houston, according to that report, and you can watch the link in the description, according to that report on 60 Minutes Australia, the police are investigating Brian Houston and may bring some criminal charges against him for doing this. I don't know, but that's he's currently under investigation. But the point is, if your church is using the Hillsong worship songs, you're basically supporting child rape, because Brian Houston is the Pope, so to speak, of Hillsong, and he did nothing about it. In fact, he did worse than nothing. He tried to cover it up when he found out about it because he wanted to protect his empire.
It's just like the Catholic Church. you know, the Catholic Church just moves priests around that, you know, when word gets out that a priest had raped a kid, they just move him to another church. Well, Brian Houston of Hillsong is just as bad, because he's known this since 1999 about his dad, and did not, once you watch the 60-minute Australia thing, per Australia, they are strict. They are stricter than the United States. And I give kudos to Australia for being so strict on child rape that they have a country organization that oversees this. Plus, you can go to jail if you don't report it. And that's why Brian Houston is under investigation, is because he did not report his dad to authorities. And so, but he's no better than the Pope, having priests that are raping children, just transferring them to different churches, parishes, whatever they call it. He's no different. And I think everybody should watch this. And I think every church needs to burn any musical books, whatever you call those, song books, whatever, from Hillsong. They need to destroy them. They need to stop singing their music, because every time Hillsong puts out a new song, and your worship band has to buy the music sheets, music sheets, or they note sheets or whatever, to know how to play the song. So they're giving money. Your church is giving money to Hillsong whenever they buy these music sheets or music books to learn how to play the music, and you know, to the song that is the new worship song for the, you know, 5 minutes of fame. But every church needs to stop that. Every church needs to stop it. And every church in the United States needs to stand up and say, you know what, we agree with Australia that this needs to stop. And like I said, Australia has better, you know, you wouldn't think this, but Australia apparently has a better mindset, better ethics when it comes to child rape than the United States does. And that's pretty sad that we in the United States don't care about our children, that we just let it just slide, you know. So anyway, that's my 2 cents worth, and stop using and singing Hillsong songs, worship songs.
Thanks for watching.